Okay, so let's get to it. We got the frame, we got some hardware here, which is pretty cool. Screwdriver, and we got the screws, two longer ones, and then rest are shorter. So please don't mix them. I kind of like to separate them from the beginning, so that way I don't mix them. Set up the frame onto the legs. Just match the holes and put in those short screws on each side. That's two per leg, both sides, and then you just flip it around. Do the same thing on the other side, and basically just put it on a level floor once you're done and tighten it down. Just make sure it's nice and leveled. So as you can see, it just goes right in. There's a nut inside the leg there, so sometimes there might be some stuff in there. I've seen some other products that have some wood that wasn't cut properly, or some other crap inside the hole there. So make sure you check those holes before putting the screw. But other than that, easy process. I try to tighten down by finger first, in case some of them are not gonna be straight, because after you install all the legs onto this frame, you can just set it on the floor, make sure all the legs are nice and even on the floor. I mean, if you even have a level at home, I mean, if you would just want to be perfect with it, then you can even use that. We just did the same thing on the other side. Flip it around, tighten them down by finger first, and then we flip it, around again. Just put it on its legs on the floor where it's gonna be, or if you have a floor that it's straight for sure, or you have a spot where you know for sure that it's straight, just set it up over there, and then you can tighten down once it's nice and straight, just like that. Alright, so we're just gonna keep it on a straight surface. Make sure if it's not, or you wish to be perfectly, like 100% perfect with it, and straight and even and all that, then you can use level. You can use all kinds of tools that help you, be as leveled as you may want to be with it. In our case, we're just gonna keep going with it on the same location we started on, and we're gonna use their screwdriver, but you can also use your own, of course, if you wish. But we're just testing everything that we have here came with it, and looks like it's fine, works fine, but you can use your own as well. Tighten them down, all of them, each leg, two per leg there, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so looking here on both sides, so on the right side here first, you see the little hole here? That's the locking pin where it goes. So if you just turn this over and wait for it to get into the hole and lock itself, just like that. Same thing on the other side. As you can see, it's locked right there. You can move it, double check. Same thing on the other side. Flip it around, just rotate it upwards, wait until it locks. You can see it and you can hear it, and you're done. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. This looks perfect. See, it's all the way in. It's not coming out, it's not moving. Okay, flip it over. Do the same thing. Just turn it until you hear it click and until it's all the way into the hole. Just like that. Make sure you do the same thing on both sides. It's very important, so that way nothing comes apart. That's it. Now just mount it on there, just basically match the holes. and put the screws in. Pretty simple. Okay, we are now ready to install it. Just put it in all the way around. That thing wraps basically right around it, and then the metal part that sticks out with the holes for the screws, that's gonna go into the little holes there. I'll show you here in a sec. So this metal bracket, just pull it out like this. On each side there's a hole. Here's one more right there. Just do it on all four sides, and then just flip it over, and we're going to be ready to install it to the frame. Okay, so now if you just flip over the frame upside down, basically, try to match those holes there, like that. And of course you can do each one of them individually to be perfect. So you just start with one, and I would probably recommend doing the same thing as we did in the beginning. Just finger tight at first until you get them all in, properly center them out, level them out, adjust, and then you can tighten them down. So I'm just going to tighten them down a little bit, just the way they're not loose, so that it's not going to be moving too much for me there, not too much free play. And then we'll move on to the next step and do the same thing to all of them. I usually start finger tight, and you are more than welcome to use the gun on it if you would like to. Just be super careful, because you can definitely strip those out, and then you're screwed, because that thread there, it's built into the leg. So then you're gonna have to figure out a way to order another leg or somehow get that fixed. So it's only for the professionals who know exactly how tight they can be with that gun there. But for those who are not sure or don't have too much experience, I would definitely recommend do it by hand, just so you don't mess up. But it is pretty straightforward, just like that. Put it in, start rolling, get it a little bit tight and snug there, not all the way, until you get all the sides. That way you're nice and leveled and straight, and if you do need to move it around or adjust, you can do that after. And then at the end, you just tighten them all down. You're all done there. Okay, we're now ready to flip it over. Looks nice and steady, nice and firm. Doesn't really move around too much, which tells us we're got it pretty straight. So if yours is shaking, or if it's just doesn't feel steady, you might want to double check everything, and it's either not properly leveled, or it's just not the screws might not be all the way in, or something might be loose. None of the screws are supposed to be loose. Everything's supposed to be nice and tight. It shouldn't move around too much. It should be nice and firm, steady on there. And yeah, that's all. Let's move on. We're gonna get this zipper in. Okay, looks nice for me, good enough. Okay, now see the two holes here, right on the bottom, on each side. So if you, let me just show you closer. There's the stud right there, and same thing on the other side. Okay, and that's where that's gonna be bolted on. Alright, pay attention to the side up side. Obviously this is gonna be up, and you can see the two holes on here as well. And that's the two screws right here. So just insert them, and the threads are already built into this leg frame. So you just try to, let me show you a better look here, like this. So just basically push it down where you can reach the hole, screw into the nut there, the threads, that hole with the threads, and tighten down. So what I'm doing right now is basically just pushing on that screw from the inside, which you can do the same thing with the screwdriver to get it started, to get it into the hole where you can see it. You can do the same thing on both sides, and then you just flip it over. It'll be much more comfortable to tighten down all the way, or you can actually push it in, or you can keep it the same position. And if it works out good for you, just, you know, do that all the way. We're gonna try to flip it over here and tighten down all the way from this side. That way when you push it down, you don't have to hold nothing because it's sitting on the floor. So now when you push it in, just keep it an eye, making sure it's good. Yeah, it looks good. Get it into the hole. You just push it in, tighten down. Okay, so we're ready for this mattress cover. Start on any side, wrap it around, flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. Kind of like your bed mattress, it's just much easier because it's much smaller. Okay, you can just hide that tag inside or leave it, no matter. It's still gonna be on the bottom. Okay, and then now this other cover, it's gonna go on top. The softer material, and you can definitely tell the difference when you actually touch them. I'm gonna go on top just like that, makes it a little more softer, feels nicer, and you can tell how it looks like. It's not just white, it's got that little color and marks and symbols on it, kind of matches the style. Okay, that goes in, and it really don't matter which way you put it in. Same size mattress on each end. So once again, take a look at this zipper, make sure everything is nicely zipped. This mattress with cover, you know, frame, whatever you want to call it, it's nice and steady all the way around, kind of even all the way around. Move that zipper a little bit away here, and we're ready for the mattress. Okay, and I'm just gonna fixing everything, making sure everything looks good. And now if you do flip it over one more time here, and if you want to keep all your instructions and paperwork you got for this, even receipts, whatever you got, if you want to just, this is a perfect place to keep them. So that way you don't lose them, or you have the instructions. If you later, you know, once the baby grows, you want to take it apart, hide it somewhere, garage or whatever. And then if you have another baby, or you ever decide, you know, you need it again, or even if you gift it to somebody, you can still have those instructions in there, and they will know exactly how to assemble it. So pretty cool. Pocket. Well, this is it. Well, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you and your baby likes it. Looks nice, stylish, pretty cool looking one for sure. If this video helped you in any way, I appreciate some thumbs up, like the video, share, subscribe if you wish. And best wishes to you and your baby. Thanks for watching.